Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a topic that is absolutely critical if you're serious about a career using Python. We're going to ditch those messy beginner habits and build a clean, professional setup that will actually get you hired. Let's do this.
So you're out there, you're trying to land that first real Python job, right? Maybe in IT, maybe in automation. You've probably got the basics of the language down. You can write some scripts. But what's the real difference between someone who just tinkers with Python and someone an employer wants to hire?
Well, this is it. This is the whole point of our explainer today. The secret is not just about what you can code, it's all about how you set up your environment to do that coding. This foundation, it's something employers don't just hope you know, they absolutely expect it.
Which brings us right to our first section, building that rock-solid foundation. And it all begins with the installation. Now, I know, it seems super basic, but trust me, one wrong click here can create a world of pain for you down the road.
Okay, for a Windows setup, it's pretty straightforward. You head to python.org, you download the file, you run it, but step 3, everybody listen up, this is the one. You have to check that box that says Add Python to Path. I'm serious. This little checkbox is what makes Python and all its tools easily available from your command line. It'll save you so much trouble.
So, after it's installed, how do you actually know it worked? Easy. Just pop open your command prompt or terminal and type in these two little commands. If you see the version numbers for both Python and pip spit back out at you, then congratulations, you've just laid the first and most important stone of your professional setup. All right, so you've got Python installed. Fantastic. But now we have to talk about the single biggest, most common mistake that beginners make. It's a trap that can completely wreck your projects and even your job prospects. We call it the global install trap. Think about it like this. A global install is like having just one single, giant, messy toolbox for every single project you ever do. You've got plumbing tools, car tools, woodworking tools, all just thrown in there together. In our case, these tools are Python packages, and they're all getting dumped into one shared, chaotic space. And this is where it all goes wrong. It's a ticking time bomb. Imagine Project A needs a specific, maybe older version of a library, let's say requests. But then you start Project B, and it needs the latest and greatest version. Well, in that one global toolbox, you can only have one version at a time. The second you upgrade it for Project B, you've just broken Project A. That's a version conflict, and it's a nightmare. And let me be crystal clear. This is not some theoretical problem. This is a real-world, no-kidding deal breaker. No professional development team works this way because it's completely unstable and unpredictable. If an employer sees that this is how you manage your code, it's a massive red flag.
So how do we get out of this mess? How do we avoid the trap? Well, the hero of our story is a tool that actually came with your Python installation. It's the absolute center of every pro developer's workflow. It's called pip. Pip literally stands for Package Installer for Python. See, Python itself is kept pretty lean on purpose. Pip is your magic wand. It's the gateway to this massive universe of external code libraries, tools for everything from web scraping to data science. It's basically what NPM is to JavaScript or apt is to Linux. Pip is how you give your projects superpowers. And using it could not be simpler. Honestly, these 5 commands right here are what you'll use 99% of the time. You can install a package, you can install a very specific version, which is the key to avoiding those conflicts we talked about. You can upgrade, uninstall, and you can see a list of everything installed. Master these 5, and you are well on your way. Okay, so knowing the commands is one thing, but using them as part of a structured, repeatable process, that's what makes you a pro. So let's see how these pieces come together to form a workflow that's actually job-ready. Real professionals do not just randomly install packages. Nope, they track every single dependency their project needs in a simple little text file, and it's almost always called requirements.txt. Think of this file as the recipe for your project. You can generate it automatically, and then anyone else on your team can perfectly recreate your entire setup with one simple command. This is the absolute core of teamwork in coding. All right, here is a pro tip that will instantly make you look like you know exactly what you're doing. Instead of just typing pip, get in the habit of typing python-m pip. Why? Well, it explicitly tells your computer, hey, use the pip that belongs to this specific version of Python. If you ever have multiple Python versions on your machine, this simple habit will save you from so much confusion. It's a small change that shows huge professional discipline. And here it is, the whole thing, start to finish. This is the workflow employers want to see. For every single new project, you make a folder and then you create an isolated virtual environment right inside it. This gives each project its own private, clean toolbox, totally separate from everything else. You activate that environment, you install only what you need, and you save the list. It's clean, it's isolated, and it's perfectly reproducible. This is the ultimate solution to the global install trap. So, wow, we have covered a lot of ground. How do you actually know if you've absorbed all this and are truly thinking like a pro? Let's boil it all down to a simple, job-ready checklist you can use for yourself.
If you can confidently do and explain every single thing on this list, you are ready. You can walk into an interview and talk about package management like a seasoned professional. You don't just know the what, you understand the why behind it all. And that knowledge is what will make you stand out from the crowd. And that really brings us to the final question, the one I want you to ask yourself every time you start something new. Is your project built to be shared, to be stable, to work for your teammates, or is it a fragile house of cards just waiting to break the moment someone else, or even you, 6 months from now, tries to run it? The professional choice, every single time, is to build to share.